Hold on, Caro, hold on.
Tony,
So many Shambas to shape. Welcome.
to Shamba Shape Up.
We have traveled all over East Africa to find hard-working farmers,
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need.
so they can adapt and make their farms more productive even while the climate changes.
We want to support them to get better yields and increase their income
We will see how farmers can benefit from our experts' advice.
while learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experiences.
On the Shamba Shape Up Safari.
This week, we are in Nairobi County. We are revisiting a school in the heart of the capital, a center for educational excellence.
And with a love for farming. These are some of the girls we met last time.
My name is Christine Wanjiro Kahura. I'm a member of the Young Farmers Club. I do love agriculture because it's the backbone of Kenya's economy, and I enjoy doing agriculture as well.
Moi Girls School are taking farming seriously.
I mean, it's something that you do it from your heart, not just because people are saying that you do it.
The students from the Young Farmers Club are involved in many parts of farming as a business.
They keep cows, they grow kales,
Eggplants, tomatoes.
and fish too.
Last time we were here, we helped shape up a lot. The cows. And the girls learned a lot about nutrition.
How is it?
Tamu sana.
And we helped set up some new drip lines.
With the time you would have used to water your plants, you could have used it to do something else, like studying.
And we are back to see how the girls are doing and meet some young new farmers.
Welcome to Moi Girls Nairobi!
My name is Kerubo Moganga. I am a Form 4 student in this great school, a 4K member. I am the current Clubs and Societies captain. I'm very proud to be a captain. So when they came last time, that time I was in Form 2, so I used to brag around. I have presented my school, so I felt nice.
My name is Chiboga Baba. I'm in Form 4K. When I heard Shamba Shape Up was coming to our school, I was very much excited because I know Moi Girls is the only school that Shamba Shape Up is airing online. So it's an excitement to be on Shamba Shape Up.
Learning farming as a business needs to start at an early age. And what better way to start than chicken farming? We would like to introduce the girls to chicken farming. But there's a big problem. They will need a good place to live. So, our first order of business, the chicken shed. Kamau! Yes, come. Kamau, just have a look at this space. We need to bring some chicken in here. But we need to clean up this place. So you need to get all this out, and then we prepare a brooder at the farthest corner. Yes. And then we also need to ensure biosecurity. Yeah. So as I found out information on that from my Shamba, you clean up this place. Yeah. You know how we do it, eh? Yeah. All right. Okay. Kamau and his team have a big job ahead. They need to move fast. Our experts at Shamba walked me through what I needed to do to ensure the chicken house was ready for the expert. To make a brooder, set it in the farthest corner of the chicken shed. Join 3 pieces of plywood to make a circular brooder. Fill with 3 inches of wood shavings. Place enough drinkers and feeders. And finally, put a heat source like a jiko or an infrared lamp. The chicken shed has not been used for many years. The biggest task is to clean out all the old wood and trash and wash it thoroughly. As they are doing this, Let's catch up with Tony on the other side.
Dairy cows are very important to a school. They provide milk for the staff as well as the students. I wonder how their cows are getting on.
We were taught about how to increase milk production. Since then, we have been following the teachings that we got, and we have seen a great increase in our milk production. And now the school has reduced buying milk from outside. They use the milk that they get from the cows.
This was the situation with the cows last time we were here.
The first thing I noticed was that there's a small heap of dung in the cow shed. The cow dung on a daily basis should be cleaned out of the cow shed. We need to do a cleaning of the water troughs because I noticed there is algae growing inside the water troughs.
This is the shape up we did the last time. We cleared up the shed, removed dangerous nails and cleared up the water trough. Next, we took care of the cows' nutrition. The expert advised to stop feeding the full stalks, but instead to give them the leafy parts. Also, we added concentrates to the feeds. And now, Samuel Ngumo from CKL Africa is back and is here to check on how the cows are doing since we were last here.
I would like to commend the students for doing a good job in cleaning of your water troughs. You've also improved in the feed that you're giving the animal. If you look at the body condition of the animals, they have a very good body condition. Mr. Benego has told me they are 5 months in calf. That means the mineral salts we give assisted the animals to come on heat. And the kupakula we give are also keeping the animals in good body condition. Mm-hmm. So we are very grateful that they are putting into work what we said should be put into work.
Well done. Well done. So from your observations, where are the challenges?
The first major challenge is on the consistency of the dung. It is very light. You can actually say the animals have a bit of diarrhea. That one is attributed to a few things. One of the things is the lush pasture, which is the very wet pasture. Second thing is the amount of concentrate that is being given to the animals. It seems the animals are being given concentrate that is too much. Therefore, the animals are not able to digest the concentrates well, so most of it comes out to the dung. You will actually find grain in the cow dung.
So how can we improve our feeding?
The first thing you will improve in your feeding is the amount of concentrate you give. You give concentrates that is just enough, not excess. So this is dependent on the production of the animal.
It seems the girls have been giving too much concentrate to the cows. Remember, it is important to give the right amount of supplements. For Kupakula, mix 5 kilograms in 70 kilograms dairy meal and mix well. To get the amount per cow, take the number of liters that the cow gives, minus 5, and divide the result by 2. For example, for a healthy cow giving you 30 liters per day, that's 30 minus 5 equals 25. Divided by 2, that is 12.5 kilograms per day. This will give you the amount in kilograms of dairy meal and Kupakula mixture to give each cow. For Maclick Super, give 200 grams or 8 tablespoons per cow per day added in the dairy meal.
The second thing is to introduce dry matter into your fodder. If you introduce dry matter into your fodder, you will actually have a digestive system that is working better.
Since it's raining and you've said our animals here need some dry matters, right? And everything is green. So how can you get the dry matter to provide the animals?
It is very important not to feed the animals with napier grass that has just come from the farm. After you harvest your napier grass, you keep it so that it can drain the water for a day or two, so that you're able to have napier grass that has a lower percentage of water instead of just getting the napier from the farm and bringing it to the animals. The second thing you can do is, on top of the napier grass that you're giving the animal, is to purchase hay and mix it with your feed. The third thing is the use of Diamond V. Diamond V is very good to create a better environment in the rumen for digestion of matter. Yes.
For Diamond V, give 1 tablespoon per cow per day mixed into the feeds. With the experts' advice, we got to shaping up the cow shed. First, we fixed up some of the wood, shaped up the sleeping area by adding maram, leveling the ground and compacting it well. Then we had to clean the floor properly. Lastly, the sleeping mattresses for the cows. The girls were advised to ensure these are cleaned daily to keep the cows comfortable. Now, the cows will be really happy and provide even more milk.
Hey there! Do you want more information on the topics being discussed on Shamba Shape Up?
We are bringing you the Shamba Shape Up podcast, where you can get farming information and tips anywhere, anytime.
Join us as we discuss good farming practices and dig deeper. Now, where do you get this podcast?
Easy. WhatsApp the word podcast to iShamba on 0748 153 120 to get a link to the podcast.
You can also Google us, Shamba Shape Up Podcast.
Twende kazi.
Welcome to the Shamba Shape Up weather and farming news for Kenya. In the coming week, we continue to expect no or very little rainfall across Kenya, north, upper and lower eastern, including Mandera, Wajir, Isiolo, Meru, Tharaka, Kitui, Makueni and Kajiado, will see very low rains of less than 5 millimeters in the week. The lower parts of Garissa, however, will get up to 15 millimeters of total rains. Majority of the coastal counties will get moderate rains of up to 25 millimeters across the week. This includes Lamu, Kilifi, Mombasa and Kwale. However, Tana River and Taita Taveta will see less than 5 millimeters of rains in the week, with a few areas getting up to 15 millimeters. Central Kenya counties will see very low rains of less than 5 millimeters across the week. These include Laikipia, Nyandarua, Nyeri, Murang'a, Kirinyaga and Embu, as well as Nairobi and Kiambu. A number of the North, Central and South Rift Valley will have moderate rains ranging between 5 to 25 millimeters across the week. This includes Trans Nzoia, Nandi, Uasin Gishu, Kericho and Bomet. The rest of the counties in this region will see very low rains of less than 5 millimeters. The western counties will have moderate levels of rains ranging up to 50 millimeters in the week. This includes the counties of Busia, Kakamega, Bungoma and Vihiga. The Nyanza region counties such as Kisumu, Nyamira and Kisii will get up to 15 millimeters of rains across the week. The rest of the counties here will see less than 5 millimeters of total rains. For more tips and detailed weather forecast for your area, get in touch with iShamba. Call 0711 082 606. I am Brenda. See you next week on the Shamba Shape Up Farming News for Kenya.
Coming up after the break,
We renovate the old chicken shed.
and we learn how to best grow beans.
Welcome back to Shamba Shape Up.
In this part, we learn more about beans and their nutrition value.
We help set up a new chicken activity for the girls. The chicken shed is getting shaped up. It's a lot of work, but nothing that Kamau and the team cannot handle.
Actually, beans is the best meal we take here in school. The way they are being prepared here in school, so sweet and so unique. The best moment I remember about our meals in school was that our principal, Madam Jaga, came to our DH. We took our supper with her, sharing the meal with her. It was the best part ever in school.
Beans are a staple diet in many schools, and so it is important that the schools plant the right beans for the right nutrition. Boaz Waswa from Siat is here and is passionate about beans. He can really teach the girls a lot about growing beans and also about their health benefits. Boaz,
Yes,
very nice
Tony.
to have you here today.
It's a pleasure.
Now tell us, when you look at this bean crop, CS, what do you see?
I can see healthy beans,
Yes.
showing there will be a bumper harvest at the end of the season.
First of all, I see food. I can see people are going to be satisfied with their stomach.
I see green and healthy beans, and they are flowering, so I'm assured there will be a great harvest.
Boss,
Yes.
do you agree?
Yeah, I've taken a time to walk around the field, and I was able to see a number of things in the field. One, yes, you can see a very nice crop looking nice, but when you walk in, you see the details, yeah? So when I walked in, I could see that there was a bit of mixing of the varieties that were grown here.
How did you know? Because you were not there when we were planting. How did you know there are different varieties?
One, you can look at the flowers. When you walk around, you'll see some flowers that are pink in color and others that are yellow in color. And that tells you that those beans are different. The other thing that you can also look at is the stage. You see, I could be able to identify one that had podded, but then there are some which are still at flowering stage. So that tells you that these beans are growing at different speeds because they're definitely different. You can also look at the leaves. There are some which will have big leaves, others will have smaller leaves. The shape of the leaf can also tell you that this bean is different from the other.
What's the problem of having the mixture of varieties in beans?
One, when you look at beans that you've mixed, they will germinate at different stages, they will not be uniform, and so even when you are doing the operations, it's very difficult for you to know whether you need to do spraying for flowers or for the vegetative stage. The other challenge that I noticed, one, you have to make sure that there is proper spacing of your beans.
What are the specific spacing measures that we should consider?
The most common spacing that we use is 50 centimeters between one row and the other, and between one plant and the other, you plant a 10 centimeters interval and one seed per hole.
Correct spacing also makes it easier to inspect for pests and diseases from an early stage. Remember to buy only certified seeds, as some diseases are passed from unclean seed. For example, some beans had anthracnose, which could have been avoided by buying certified seeds.
So good spacing, the field is properly aerated, and so it doesn't create conditions that bring in diseases in your field.
So finally, do you all enjoy eating beans?
Yes. Especially in school.
Yes.
Hey, the favorite meal in school is chapati and beans.
Chapati and beans?
Yeah. Rice and beans.
Rice and beans. Rice and beans.
Everything and beans.
Everything with beans.
Yeah.
So now, boys.
Yes.
They love beans.
Sure, that's a good story.
Which is a variety that you can recommend that they will enjoy eating and maybe planting and also get a bumper harvest at the same time?
There are many varieties that we can grow on our farms. Among the recently released varieties in the country, working with the Kenya Agriculture and Livestock Research Organization, we have 3 varieties currently which are very good. We call them Nyota, Angaza, and Faida. These 3 varieties have high iron and zinc. What is the importance of iron? It helps with development to attain the right height. So we always say that children who miss iron in their diets end up getting stunted. So we recommend that iron is provided to the mother and the child during development so that they attain their full height as required. And then also for you ladies, because iron is key, because our menstrual cycle is important to restore our body blood levels every month by eating foods that are high in iron. Zinc is important because it improves appetite. That's one. It also enhances body immunity. And also the third reason, it helps us grow well towards our reproductive maturity as men and as women. So when you eat beans, you are able to get the proteins, you are able to get the carbohydrates, you are able to get the minerals, the micronutrients, and vitamins. And in addition to that, you also get fiber, which is important for your digestion.
It sounds like a superfood.
Yeah, beans is an all-round crop or an all-round food because it gives you all the nutrients.
Yeah. Thank you so much. The girls got to plant a small patch to practice what they have learned. Remember, when planting your beans, measure your rows 50 centimeters apart. Make furrows along the rows. Add in manure. Sprinkle the fertilizer within the furrows and cover lightly with soil. The girls are planting nyota beans. Place the seeds 10 centimeters apart from seed to seed. Then cover well. With this advice, you can get a yield up to 12 bags of 90 kilograms per acre.
As the girls learn all about beans, work is getting harder as we try to finish before the chicken expert gets here. Kamau is putting together the plywood for the brooder. The electrician is working on the lighting and an infrared lamp. We are also finishing up on the curtains for the shade. Finally, some wood shavings for the floor of the brooder. And the shade is done. Our expert, Apollo Mirera from Kenchik, is here to help the girls on their journey to being young chicken farmers. Apollo is happy that we have an infrared light, but as advised, we add some jikos for more warmth as it is the cold season. The girls brought in some feed, some water, and disinfected their shoes in the foot bath. All ready. Time to bring in the chicks.
Yeah, there they are.
Have you always wanted to keep chicken?
Yeah, we've been wanting to.
Before I came to this school, they used to have chicken and they used to compete up to the national levels. What happened is that our hens died because of attack from diseases, and now we just lost hope.
This particular bird is called Kenbro. It's an improved Kienyeji breed.
What do you mean by improved Kienyeji?
By improved Kienyeji, we are talking of better or improved growth rates, more eggs, more meat. This is a bird, when reared the way you guys are going to rear, within 3 months or 12 weeks, you already have a jogo that is roughly 2.5 kilos that you can actually slaughter and sell for meat. By the time these birds are attaining 25 weeks, which is approximately 5 months, these birds are already laying eggs.
If you give commercial feeds only, each bird will weigh 2.5 kilograms in 2 months. If you give commercial feeds and free range or supplement the feed, each bird will weigh 2.5 kilograms in 3 months.
So when we talk of improved Kienyeji, it's an improved Kienyeji compared to the traditional backyard chicken that we know. Where basically, we have a bird, that has to attain 10, 11 months before it's ready for meat. A hen that you have to rear again for another 1 year before you get eggs. So we're talking more meat, more eggs at a shorter period of time. That means more profits and more money for you. It's very hardy in terms of disease resistance.
What kind of feeds do you use and how do you feed the chicks?
We use commercial feed. For this particular purpose, we are using what we call chick mash, and they'll be on chick mash for at least 1 month. Normally at the old, they'll consume a very minute quantity of feed, but as the birds grow bigger, the feed demand will also go up.
What are the normal, everyday, daily routine that these young farmers should be able to do to make sure that these chicks reach their potential and actually give them the benefit of what they want?
One, what we have done as Kenchik, we have got you a bird that is already pre-vaccinated at the hatchery. They are vaccinated against the most common poultry diseases that we have in Kenya. You also need to vaccinate them at the farm, and I will provide a vaccination schedule. Number two, we have to make sure that we have the right environment in terms of housing. Make sure that the house is comfortable for the birds, it's well ventilated, it's rodent proof, because also rodents are also, carriers of diseases. As we look at the housing, we also have to make sure that we have a foot bath that will actually, have to put water and disinfectant, whereby you will dip your boots before you get into a poultry house. You also need to have our hand washing station, because as you handle the birds, you also make sure that, your hands are also clean. Make sure that you also have a dust coat. The environment in which the birds are sitting on, that's basically the bedding, it's warm, it's dry. You have to make sure that the feeders and drinkers are also clean at all times. The other bit is also controlling visitors, also to make sure that, we have a fence for the poultry house, you have a lockable door, so that you can actually control who comes into the poultry house. You are so many in the club, so you'll have to maybe have a rota whereby, you have only 2 or, at most 2 people dedicated for the birds, at any particular point, because we also want to reduce the risk of contamination.
So with everything that you've been told, I'm sure when we come back, this place is going to be full, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Apollo.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Young Farmers Club from Moi Girls Nairobi.
First and foremost, you're going to come up with a duty roster so that we can take good care of the chicken, so they don't miss anything, like they don't lack anything. For us to get them more yields, so we can sell them. We'll sell them to the teachers and also to the administration, because eggs is one of the diet that we have in the school, and we'll save the money for our club to expand our club.
The girls have learned so much more about beans.
The cows are more comfortable.
And the girls now have a new activity, chicken farming.
The future can only be brighter from here on.
Yeah, we thank the Shamba Shepa for exposing us to more experiences.
So, ladies, we were here today. Did you enjoy our visit?
It was fun, educative. I learned a lot about the chicks and all.
We'll have more chicks when you come back.
More yields, we'll sell, and we'll have a lot of money.
Absolutely.
We'll also be funding.
That would be perfect.
So we're so happy for you guys for coming to our school. We appreciate you so much. We as a club, we hope to have more members joining our club in order to have more and more input coming to our club, and then so that we can continue expanding ourselves.
The first thing about agriculture is a source of income to our country.
If all we conserve soil in terms of crop production, we follow the steps that are given by the agriculturists, we'll produce high enough of food that will earn countries foreign exchange.
If you want to make quick and clean money, just come to agriculture.
And we at Shamba Shape Up will continue to give you more tips to shape up your Shamba.
Until next time,
goodbye.